Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Hand off from the shotgun. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. And the Vols decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. Grabbed over the middle, it's Pitts. He's crossed down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Quick strike complete.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a layup. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the big time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When
he's going to let it go. And he makes the catch inside the 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Running to the left. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth.
Snatches it on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Line getting set on second down. The back goes in motion. On second down, wants to throw. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They want to just keep throwing it. They're setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Tackled immediately after the catch.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Now on second down after the short completion. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Snapped it in the shotgun. And it's caught! Touchdown, Longhorns!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Tennessee. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 14, Tennessee 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. On the move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws into the middle of the field. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
From the gun, give on the inside. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, running up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside the 50. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. A designed run for the quarterback. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups, how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
He's going to take off. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You don't get very many opportunities to finish the play with a quarterback. A lot of times they're protected so well nowadays, but when he's a ball carrier, it's fair game, and what a great job bringing the wood.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the tailback. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Caught behind the line. It's Webb. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball. Understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, Texas.
Now on second down. They'll leave it with him. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Gets it out fast. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Got his man quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Skips away from pressure. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Texas.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And that is no good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
At the 38. And that's good enough for a first down.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And he intercepts it.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 45. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Second quarter, that means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll throw it. Snags it over the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
He wants it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Have you ever met a wide receiver that isn't always open? They always want the football. They got so much confidence. QB rolling outside the pocket, trying to make a play. Receivers had an opportunity maybe to make a play, but you know what? I'm open, throw me the ball, throw my hand in the air. And you know what? That pick, it goes in the quarterback stats, not the receivers.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A run for the quarterback. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leads them with 3rd and 2.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. They'll go with a direct snap. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back was one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays.
And it's hauled in at the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. He'll set up to throw. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the stomping has commenced. That touchdown grab, the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Akron. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
I know this defense feels like they missed some opportunities. Yeah, they had 2 sacks their last game out, but they feel like they left a bunch more out on the field. They wanted to try to get to the quarterback in this game. That was finally the first time they registered a sack so far here. I'm curious to see how this pass rush looks the rest of the way.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most play.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, Texas! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job of making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game. And someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn the...
Going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Back to the air one more time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations and have more success.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll try to do it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Comes out throwing on first down. He looks that one in nicely.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Offense gets set for second down. Leaves it with the running back. Just steamrolling his way through. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
And the Volunteers have it with a first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They come to the line on 3rd and goal, looking for their first points of the day. Grabbed behind the line, it's Webb. Touchdown, Tennessee! A great catch and run for 6. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Texas.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 35, Tennessee 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field and get him to the ground.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Direct snap. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On third down, going up top. They're working that left side. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
To the air on first down. Looking to take a shot. It's complete. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas 42, Tennessee 6.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. He'll come out throwing on first down. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they...
Looking deep. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Take over and they'll send out the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give and tick, 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 tick. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. The play action fake. It's complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. The give out of the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the...
Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. Touchdown Vols! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Number 59.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by just 1 over Akron. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Offense getting set for first down. The quarterback takes a knee. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. And the quarterback takes a knee in victory formation, and he'll get to do it one more time as the clock winds inside a minute. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from it.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to